everybody. I apologize that we are not meeting in class today. Y'all are so much fun. I'm gonna miss y'all today, but I'll hopefully be well by Thursday, and we will get to talk all about film. But let's look at stuff maybe today you can start on to kind of get the ball rolling for what we're going to be talking about next. All right. So we're on module 4 right now. Um, Not everything you see on my end right now will be shown on your end, and there is a reason for that. So I've put out there what I think you can kind of start working on. And some of it is just these short videos that will correspond to the lectures we're going to be going over. So if you would like to today or tomorrow, sometime before class, please watch this lighting video. It will start to just, again, get your mind wrapped around the importance of lighting um, in film. It is such a critical, and some people say that's all it is a film is just painting with light that sound is added to. And to an extent is true. So lighting is very crucial, very overlooked. So this will kind of get you starting to think about that. And then there's another short video on the top 10 uses of color in video. Color is also very intricately linked to symbolism and meaning and giving the audience a deeper understanding of the complexity and depth of the film, the character, the narrative, and everything. It also plays in with the lighting, and it's also the buffer between the camera department and what we're going to be talking about later, which is production design and the production designer, the person in charge of costumes, props, sets, and things like that. So color is definitely somewhere where those two, lighting and production design, are married. So this video is not very long and quite good. It will go over the best uses of color all time in film. So again, just to kind of spur your imagination to start thinking about it, and some maybe give you ideas of films you want to see. Again, color is definitely overlooked, but color has a strong significance and importance to us culturally, socially, and just in our day to day lives. Just think of stop signs, stop lights, things like that, things that um, attract our attention to something, or color just in general, sirens, um, that light up and things like that. We have kind of color everywhere, and color has a lot of meaning. If some of you are of a certain religious persuasion, like myself, I'm Catholic. There's color all over the place in terms of vestments and how the church is decorated, things like that. So color becomes very, very important. That said, there's a really great movie called The Color Purple, directed by Steven Spielberg with Whoopi Goldberg. I wanted to introduce it this year. It's just very long. It's worth watching. There's not much. The understanding of what The Color Purple is kind of becomes the fun part of watching it. But anyway, you'll see assignments here. I'm not going to assign those until after I lecture, and we can talk about them about in person. So don't, even though you're seeing it now, you won't see it on your end. Okay, you have your essay. Essay number 2 is due tomorrow. I have posted some uh, analyses here for you to look at to understand the film more deeply. Let me turn the sound off on here.
Hi, my name is Carlos, and
remember
today
with
we're
The
going to be
Graduate,
talking
it's
about The Graduate.
Very slow.
I think it's safe to say that editors are always looking to do something unique with the montage that they're creating. Instead of just having a traditional shot-reverse shot conversation.
Hello, are you Mac?
Yeah. What's happening?
Thank you.
Right.
Before The Graduate, discomfort was portrayed visually by an actor's facial expressions in a close-up. Or maybe the film just relays the character's emotions, takes editing emotion.
We, as the viewer, really, we can view film multiple different ways, and I think with the slow cuts, like we saw in The Graduate, um, it makes it a little bit more theatrical. Think of when you go to the theater. Where is your eye looking? We don't always just focused on who's talking. Our eye kind of can roam the screen, and the longer the film goes before cutting, the more your eye will roam. And that puts you sort of in the driver's seat as far as finding your understanding for the film, right? So we can apply a little bit more of the knowledge we set out to gain while filming this. I think I've mentioned before, and I'm still looking for the video, that they put glasses on people during these scenes, and it would show where they were looking at any given moment at a film. And the longer the scene went, it was almost kind of like people were looking at the exact same spots at the exact same time. And it could just be two people sitting and talking for a very long amount of time. So we naturally kind of hunt for clues as we're watching something. And the longer the cut is, the more it provides us that time to look for those clues. Now, the other way, the way City of God was cut, is no less important. It's just at the opposite end of the spectrum of editing. This is one more of this shot plus this shot gives you this, that high clashing together of shots. Boom, 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 boom. All right, it's going really quick. It gives you that emotion without you having to go find it. It is going to make things apparent for you. And part of that is just the nature of the violence of the film and the kind of the, how do I want to put this? Diving into what the City of God, the specific town, what life was like. It was movement. There was always something going on. There was nothing stagnant about it. There's people fighting for survival in multiple different ways. So this is not a place where you can sit back and be slow at any cost. And I think that came down even into the edit. But also, the more action and things like that there are, the more we want the intensity, the more we want the buildup. And sometimes that just is a given that it's going to be a faster edit. That also said, when it did slow down, it was refreshing, right? It's kind of like a roller coaster. We don't just go up, we go down, we go left, we go right. If we stayed in the same direction all time, it wouldn't be a roller coaster. So we like ebb and flow to our edits. So when The Graduate sped up, it did the same thing. We were used to slow cuts, and now all of a sudden it's really picking up. And that tells us something. Pay attention to that moment. And the same with City of God. When it slowed down, pay attention to that moment. So here's two analyses of The Graduate, and here's a really good one of City of God that helps kind of put it into perspective. And it's interesting because both of these films have very long ending shots. In The Graduate, we have Ben and Elaine getting into the bus, and there's this sort of feeling that he accomplished his goal. Now what? Life has gone back to complete meaninglessness. In City of God, we have an ending shot where we see the runts, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds on the street talking about all the people that they want to go kill, and it's this like really long shot, and we see that this cycle of violence is just continuing. Where Rocket was able to escape the violence and maintain his integrity as a human person. He also achieved his goal of becoming a photographer, but he kept his salvation. He kept his humanity by getting out, ironically, in the City of God. So between those videos, let's take one last look here. Hopefully you have it done because it's due tomorrow. But if you need help, remember, you just discuss the editing of the City of God and how it helps shape and craft the story. Same with The Graduate. Now, draw conclusions on the importance of editing based on your critiques of both film. Use terms and concepts from the lectures, book posted. We've been talking about editing for a little while, so certainly a lot of those terms on match cut and the different transitions maybe are a little bit more apparent in The Graduate, those montages, but there's plenty you could talk about with City of God too. It's not just completely fast all the time. So 350 words. If you want to go more, that's about a page and a half ish. But given that there's kind of 3 topics, you should need that room. Essentially 100 words per section, 100 and some change. So that being that, folks, the other thing um, is I need people, if you can, to please start utilizing these late works. If you have late work and you want to turn it in, no questions asked, please submit them here. These are your two get out of jail frees that um, I won't hold it against you. Read the overview, and then look at the form. I think this is what's throwing people off. Just do the form, and it could be whatever, and you get 2 assignments in. I won't say, well, what was going on? This is your documentation, right? This is your adulting to get that. So if you send me in something 20 days late or whatever, I need this. I need it to go in here as opposed to you just hoping I'm going to be generous. If you're going to be gone for an extended amount of time, please also fill out this extension request form that's been here and we went over at the beginning of the semester. It might be medical, it might be family. Shore up whatever the issue is in your life. Like, don't make doing this a priority. Um, but at some point, I need this. This just simply says, I'm going to be gone for these dates. This is what I'm going to miss. This is my timetable for getting it back into you. If that timetable changes, I'll let you know. I'm a pretty understanding person because I myself am quite sick. So I've needed help on different things. So I want you to have that opportunity too. But if I have 50 students all kind of here and there and everywhere, I can't remember what your life is. So this is your professional way of detailing to me where one, that you're okay and that you're planning on getting work done and completing the semester, because otherwise I'm left guessing. As I always say, I'm good, I'm not God. But folks, that should give you something to do. Again, please check out these videos. Everything's published, so should be good. And good luck on your essay. If you need help, please don't hesitate. Email me, we can jump on Teams, okay? All right, well, God bless you all. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in class on Thursday.